she didn't know then that she was going to go viral with her fire hubby.
She had no idea how fire she was going to be.
I mean, I think she knew she was fire here. She feels
fire.
Not fire.
Not fire. But she didn't have anybody there to remind her that she's fire.
Right.
Remember one day Pookie meets Jet in a bar in Pennsylvania or wherever they were.
He just walked over to the firest girl he knew or saw.
He had an extinguisher with him. She's like, what's that for? And he was like, I just wanted to bring this over to the firest girl that I saw.
For 2 seconds, I was like, oh my God, I missed that part of the story. So satisfying.
You doing okay, Nicole?
I'm doing okay.
Are you?
Did we start?
Yeah.
Is this happening? No, I'm not actually.
As we started, I wish we had been recording the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicole was just going through her strife, and all of a sudden,
the microphone
her
dropped.
entire microphone fell apart.
I mean, I literally went like this, and the whole thing collapsed. It was so indicative of my life right now.
It really was a metaphor for everything.
Everything
going
is just,
on.
I mean, I prayed for 2023 to come to an end because it was the year of some pretty rough things.
I mean, you literally were supposed to be celebrating. We did a little bit with Taylor Strecker last week.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be celebrating the year anniversary of you no longer being under a truck.
I am no longer there, but now my husband is.
So is this what's bothering you? That's
one of the things.
Okay. All right.
Keegan has strep throat. Okay. Parker's being a bitch to me. Matt just tore his.
Well, you're not that nice to her.
I'm really nice to her. I give her food and water,
That's not nice.
And I clothe her, and I get her whatever she wants, and I love her.
Those are the basics.
I am such a good mom to her.
That's not above or beyond.
I'm proud of her. I support her in her athletic endeavors.
But she's not nice.
She's just being you know what?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not going to say it.
Good for you.
Being to see you next Tuesday, and I'm not appreciative of it.
Wow. But do you see yourself? Like, is that how you were when you were young?
No, it's like whenever I say, I don't know who you think you are to Parker, Matt goes, she's you.
And that doesn't bring you any sort of like solace or like go like, oh, okay. You know
No, because I can't turn it off.
You don't like it.
I am who I am, and I do not like seeing it in her.
Okay, so you like you.
I love me. I'm awesome.
But you don't want to hang out with you.
Not really. Not in that form. Not in mini form.
Right.
It's like in like little person form. I'm not feeling that.
You like to be the person who is you.
Yeah.
But you don't like to bear witness to you.
No, man. I mean,
tough.
It's just a lot of like, ugh.
Yeah.
I said I won. Sorry.
And it's a lot. And the mic's falling apart. It was when the mic fell apart, it was very much Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What'd you do? Sam said, what's going on? And I told him the list of things they're crappy.
Right. And I just meant, no, with the mic.
Yeah.
Why did it fall down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just, you know what? I think I'm done with 2024. Can we just move right to...
isn't it just February?
I don't know.
It's just turned into February. There's so much left. It's still cold out. It's not the second cold. Like when it's cold out, it's either the beginning or the end, and it ain't the end.
No.
Well, how can you be done with 2024? You're not under a car.
I am not under a car, but now I have a husband who can't walk.
Well, what happened to your husband?
So he got the knee replacement last year, 30 days before I was under a car.
Right.
So everyone joked that I tried to show him up, right? Like he got a knee replacement, which nobody his age gets. They're old man things, and he's not quite that much of an old man yet.
No, he's in his late 40s.
Yes.
He's not 50 yet.
No.
Right. So, to bring everybody up to speed, Nicole got run over by a fleet of tanks as she was trying to help an old lady across the street. It was really a terrible thing.
Oh.
And they did it intentionally,
No.
which I'm not okay with,
No,
by the way.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
But yes, right before that, I had forgotten that your husband was laid up on the couch.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk.
Couldn't
legit.
walk. Legit.
Because he had had his knee replaced. Which is something that happens to athletes.
Or 80-year-old men and women.
80-year-old men who fall in the shower.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, we're going to need to replace this. This is
correct.
Like usually that's reserved for either retired athletes who have competed at an elite level or people who, I don't know if we want to do this surgery because the drugs might give them dementia because they're so very old.
Correct. Yes, all of those things.
Or Matt.
So he gets it replaced.
Matt Biggins.
Good old Matt Biggins. And then he decides to go play. Okay, so then first of all, He decides he wants to get back into playing basketball, which he shouldn't do. Like go play pickup basketball.
No.
And yeah.
Like an old man's league? Or?
No, like with people who are probably 10, 15 years younger than him.
No.
And this is just at the gym, and they're kind of just playing. Then he finds out, he's like, something's bothering me in this knee. Did I tell you that he needs to get the knee replacement? Like, they need to go back into the knee replacement? He's part of the 1% of people who get a buildup of scar tissue, so they have to take his kneecap off and go in there and refix it.
The one that they replaced.
The one that they replaced. And then he was like, yeah, all right, so we're going to go do that surgery. So let me go play some basketball really hard at the gym.
With like guys who are younger, but
Correct.
he doesn't really want to admit because he's an older man.
Two, I get a call at the beginning of the week from the gym. You need to come pick your husband up because he has now exploded the good knee that's never had any surgeries on it. And we just got the results. Just got the results. And there is, I mean, everything is gone. The meniscus is gone. The ACL is fully torn.
How do you meniscus, ACL,
He came
MCL?
down. All the L's.
Everything.
All
He's
the L's.
L-less.
He's a L-less. And I don't, did I
And without a meniscus.
And I guess without a meniscus, he said it's complete. It is not in there. He said when he came down after the jump shot, he said he saw his leg go like, and he knew. And I was like, maybe it'll be okay. He was like, it's not. So now what? Do I just have like a husband in a wheelchair?
Well, didn't he take?
I can't live like this. Can I get a freaking break?
Didn't he take care of you?
He did take care of me. Oh, that's where you're going with this?
Well, I mean,
yeah, he took care of me. But I've taken care of him through 4 ACL surgeries before the freaking replacement, a shoulder surgery, and then the replacement. Sorry, I got hit by a car. That wasn't even my fault.
Right. I didn't realize there were 4 ACL replacements.
There was in our whole relationship. Might be more.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
I've just had the same ACL from the beginning.
Aren't you lucky?
I mean, is it luck?
I don't know. I mean, he definitely plays hard. Like when he went in to play the other day, it feels good. You know, you're really like
He doesn't know his limits.
Like, he does. He feels like he's back in high school, like on the court, and you're not. That body ain't a high school body. Let me tell you.
If anybody knows,
that hairline ain't a high school hairline. Those balls, not quite.
They stink
high
and they're
school balls.
hanging.
Yeah, man, real low.
Right.
Just one ball. He only has one ball. Actually, he has 2 balls. They're very tiny. They're like marble balls. I don't like you. You know this about him, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know why I just said my husband has 1 ball. He doesn't. He has 2.
Well,
one is very small, so it's almost like it's not there, and then one is just small. But he makes up for it.
Right. No, I'm sure.
You didn't ask for me to give you a description of my man's
but it does
phallus.
sound like the amount of ball in the scrot is...
Oh, the scrot.
Right.
I like that.
Is equivalent to 1 ball.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of...
Yeah. He's not embarrassed of it. He would come on here and tell you. Like, I'm not like throwing him under the bus. He has marble balls.
What about the fact that he's like an old man?
Yeah.
He brought up his hairline. I don't think you talk about his hairline if you...
It is rough.
Hey, man, we've been there.
No, I mean, I love him. He's so handsome. I'm still in love with him. I still am attracted to him.
You sound like it.
Very freaking frustrated right now. I literally just got the call before we started to try to satisfy you all.
And it wasn't satisfying.
No, it was
the
not
call
satisfying.
that, like, hey, this is a worst case scenario. Yeah. Maybe it's not so bad. No, it's actually worse than we thought.
Yeah, and then we're supposed to go like on vacation next week to see some family and be down in Florida in the sunshine. He's like, maybe I shouldn't go. Womp womp. Like Eeyore, like I can't play golf. I can't go to the beach.
Right. He likes to play golf too. Does he know he's not an athlete?
He is an athlete.
No, he's not.
But no, okay, you can be an athlete without being a professional athlete. Like
Yeah, you can, but only if you don't completely tear your ACL over and over and over again.
A good one. That one made it 47 years and it just exploded.
How many surgeries has he had?
This will be, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know.
Then he's not an athlete.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
That's not why God put him on this planet.
No, I understand
God
what you're
keeps
saying.
destroying. It's like you have a body built to be destroyed in sport.
Yeah.
You got to stop.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't understand how else it could keep happening.
He's very mad at himself, and I'm mad at him as well. Like when I went
He's
to go,
mad at himself?
Yeah,
Why? Because he shouldn't have played?
He knew that he was playing too hard. He knew that he was like just feeling good. He was in this flow, and he's like, this is not going to end well. You see me? This is like how I picture him. Like when I told
We're playing basketball.
So when they
He really thought he was like Mike.
And I had to. He couldn't walk out of the place. All right, they had to go get a desk chair, like one of these, like a desk chair with wheels, and I had to wheel him out of the place onto the New York City streets and into a cab. It was very embarrassing.
I love hearing about people who peaked in high school.
He didn't peak in high school. I think maybe he peaked in college. Right?
That's fair.
Right? Like, give him that. Give him that.
His 20s were lit.
Yeah, and I mean, he slayed New York City just as I did. That's why we're a perfect match.
In his 20s going into his 30s.
Slayed.
But like 35 and on, not as good.
Yeah, I think it's going downhill.
I mean, look.
I love him.
I feel like in life, there is a certain amount of fun to be had. It is what it is.
Right? And then you just have to know when it's time.
No, I more mean if you go heavy up front, you're wasting all your fun. That if you don't go as heavy, you can still have fun later.
But I've gone heavy my whole life, and I'm still killing the game, even though I want to just jump off the balcony.
It seems like you're having a great time.
It's not going well in this moment, but the majority of the time I'm having a fun time.
No, you're on this weird thing now where the consequences
are starting
to get bigger and bigger.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is this karma coming for me?
Yeah, 100%.
Everything's gonna like go downhill from now?
You can only have so much fun. You have to allocate your fun properly going forward. I have always allocated fun.
Am I a has-been?
Not yet.
Oh no!
You're gonna be.
What kind of friend
never
is that?
was.
Well, what kind of friend are you?
No, I'm
not yet.
Not yet. I'm telling you, you can't show up in places and going like, I know I shouldn't play hard and play hard anyway.
I feel like
actions have consequences.
They do, and I feel like I'm getting punished by you, scolded by you for something my husband did. I did not do this.
Only because the laws of the universe apply to you and your husband equally, and you should be learning from your husband's consequences, and I fear you are not.
I have my own to learn from. So many things that I'm still learning.
I learn from your consequences.
You do?
Of course.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, do you think there's nothing to that? I think that as we're looking at it, every story is the same. Like, you go like, I'm having so much more fun than most people in my 20s, in my early 30s.
Dinners, adult sleepovers.
Just going nuts.
Partying.
Right. The man.
And
then you look around, getting into your late 40s.
I'm not in my late 40s.
I was talking about your husband. Going like,
I'm afraid to touch it. I feel like he hates me, this guy.
Going like, I don't understand why everything's falling apart.
Right. You're saying
it's because you used all the fun.
So it shouldn't be like, I don't understand. It should be, oh, I know why this happened.
The universe gives you an amount of fun.
No, that's
when you're put onto this planet.
I don't agree with that.
There's a finite amount of fun to be had.
I agree that things need to be done in moderation, which is not something I'm very good at.
Because it feels good.
Fun.
It's fun.
It feels so good, and I like to do what feels good.
Right.
And if it doesn't feel good,
but you're a good parent.
You just told me I wasn't. You told me I was mean to Parker.
You are mean to Parker, and you blame her for things.
She goes, yesterday, I was texting you. Matt was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm texting something with Sam. We're trying to figure something out. Parker goes, I like that, Sam. I was like you just met him. I think she feels like you she felt seen and heard that day when you were over at my house.
She's a great kid.
She is a good kid.
She's great.
Yeah.
And that reflects well on you. You've done a good job.
Thank you.
However, you blame her for things, and you should be nicer.
Okay.
And you've had too much fun, and you should learn. Your husband has way too much fun.
Yeah.
That's more the lesson. You still have some fun in the bank.
You think I got a little bit left?
Oh yeah.
Should I?
Because also, okay. Here's a new theory. That goes along with it. I'm developing this as I go. I want you to know.
I like
this is not a life philosophy, but I'm realizing it's definitely true, and this is usually how my thoughts work.
Okay.
Also, you put fun into the world. Yeah. And when you put fun into the world, you do get back.
Okay.
Right?
It's like paying it forward.
Exactly. So you will probably end up having more fun total.
Right.
Based on the fact that you've put fun out there. So you still have more fun ahead of you.
This feels like algebra or like you're making it mathy, and
like you're more fun than your husband.
You think so?
Way more fun.
I feel like he's so much fun.
He's fun.
He's really fun.
But also, you don't have any guard up ever.
No. He does have a guard up.
He likes to be the cool guy.
Well, he's a guy.
Exactly. Yeah. He's got machismo.
Get over yourself and your marble balls. Your fucking hairline and busted knees.
That's right.
I love you dearly.
I do too, by the way. I think he's the greatest.
I just can't live
But he has machismo.
Yeah.
And machismo blocks you from putting fun out into the world.
And gives you busted knees.
And marble balls.
And marble balls.
You don't have machismo.
I don't.
So,
well, maybe a little. I've been told I got.
No, you carry yourself with confidence.
Yeah.
But you're never like, you don't have to put that on people.
Like, do you think I'm packing? Kind of.
You got BDE.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
For sure. But not in an intimidating way.
Right.
Almost in a, I'm going to share it with you way.
Right.
And that's nice.
Sharing is caring.
I think
It
so.
is.
I think so.
I'm going to keep you posted about this, but like, let's just put some positive vibes out in the world for me. And I'll try to put more fun out in the world so I can get some
You
back.
deserve positivity. You deserve
Right?
nothing but the best.
Oh, thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to learn a lot of lessons the hard way. That's just how you're wired.
Yeah, that's true. It is just how I'm wired, and I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
I'm fine
because
with
you
that.
learn them.
I do learn
And
them.
you're better for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's my journey.
Look at you now. You're goated as it is.
I'm goated?
Hell yeah.
How?
You're the goat.
I'm just the goat.
Absolutely.
Just because you said so.
I throw the goat out very freely. Some people say you can't have multiple goats by
You
definition.
can.
I know a lot of goats.
Okay.
You're one. Yes.
You're definitely one.
I appreciate that.
You are the goat.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on it. We were talking last week
Yeah.
with Taylor
So much fun.
about Pookie and Jet.
Oh, no.
We knew this was coming.
What a mess.
I mean, it seems like she's going to survive okay.
Yeah, I mean, because it'll be like, it'll run its course, and then it'll be like on to the next news cycle, on to the next.
Because nobody really cares.
Well, I mean, I didn't love what she was getting called out for.
So this came up. Remember Pookie?
I remember her.
Remember we were talking about Pookie?
Pookie
By the way,
Puckett.
she looks absolutely fire.
This outfit is fire.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
between that black headband and
Yeah.
the beige jacket, she
Yes.
looks absolutely fire tonight.
And I mean, look at that. And I see a little peek of a Chanel bag.
Yeah.
Matching that jacket. Fire.
Fire bag.
Ooh.
Absolute fire bag.
What's this?
This is
Not fire.
the OG Pookie.
Oh.
This is Pookie OG.
But is she like dressed for Halloween? Is she dressed for a play that she's in? She looks like she's in high school there, like at a high school.
I think it was
ball.
college.
Okay.
And they had like she's Southern.
Correct.
And sometimes in the South,
Yeah.
they're not as sensitive to the context of all the history. They just go, hey, dog, this is our history. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's not an ideal history.
It's not ideal, but
It's really not.
there's enough people that are like, dog, it is what it is. And so people go, all right, well, then
Right.
it is what it is.
So you want to share with everybody what she dressed up as?
Well, it was a dress, from what I read.
Yes.
This was the dress.
Yes.
And it was from celebrating antebellum times,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which is not,
Right. When slaves existed.
well, it's just not the most celebratory period in the history of the United
It's
States
not
of America.
celebratory really even at all.
Okay,
Right?
I can go with you on that.
Okay.
I think
They
that's
might
right.
disagree in some parts of the United States.
I mean,
I know.
I don't think she was a sociology major.
No.
She probably didn't understand the context fully.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty dress, and I wouldn't have known that was from Antebellum. I wouldn't have known what this was about. She did.
Can you be held accountable for everything you did in college? Let's be honest.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no. No.
I mean, like, have you ever seen the picture of me butt naked, lying flat on a marble floor?
no, but
We'll talk about that next
I
time.
want to more than anything.
Okay. I'll find the picture for you.
Yeah. That's the other thing. You can't really. People make bad decisions. in
100%.
college.
That's part of college, learning, effing up, and then moving forward.
And you should be at a youthful age, allowed to make bad decisions and be judged for your actions that come from those bad decisions. I think that's fair.
And yeah, but I mean, she didn't know then that she was gonna go viral with her fire
But
hubby.
she had no idea how fire she was going to be.
I mean, I
And
think
that's
she
the other-
knew she was fire here. She feels
fire.
fire, not fire.
Not fire. But she didn't have anybody there to remind her that she's fire.
Right.
Remember one day Pookie meets Jet in a bar
Right.
in Pennsylvania or wherever they were.
He just walked over to the firest girl he knew or saw.
He had an extinguisher with him. She's like, what's that for? And he was like, I just wanted to bring this over to the firest girl that I saw.
2 seconds, I was like, oh my God, I missed that part of the story.
It's one of the great lines. And she was like, you had me.
Oh, you
had
at
me from fire.
From fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher.
So I thought there was one other thing too, but isn't there?
I don't know.
Okay, but this is the main thing that people are like, oh, this is being brought back up.
But you knew it was going to happen. I mean, no, they're not prepared.
Right. It's like everybody gets called out for old tweets or old, you said this on this Facebook page or
And I almost feel like TikTok bears some responsibility.
you do.
Well, if you're going to just
allow someone to become
skyrocket. Not even allow, skyrocket.
Check into their past. Little background
You
check.
know what's going to happen to these people.
Yeah.
You know it's out there. You know what's going to happen. I told you this was going to happen immediately when I saw it. It's going to get ugly fast.
You said that, and I was like, no, I think they're just these two innocent, kind of weird, firing people.
They're fire.
Far. Wait, is there anything? I feel like she put out a thing. She put out a statement that said, like, this. She was sorry. I love you. You're always ready.
As some of you may have seen, some old photos of mine recently resurfaced. At the time these photos were taken,
Oh, God bless.
I'm allergic to nonsense.
I understand.
At the time these photos were taken, I was 20. Nicole. Yeah. Can we talk about 20-year-old Nicole Biggins?
I'm pretty sure that's when I was butt naked, lying face first on a marble floor.
Like a scene out of Scarface.
Yeah.
I didn't fully understand the impact of my actions the way I do now, 12 years later. She's only 32, huh?
Yeah. I mean, she looks young.
All right.
I think she looks younger than 32.
She's had some work done. I mean, that face doesn't match.
No, well, like Taylor was saying last week, blink twice if you're safe.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not like...
Her eyes look... Oh, remember, we talked about
She had eyelid surgery.
It's just a little too bright. I think I prefer that.
I think one of them was droopy.
Oh, she had a droopy.
I think she had a droop.
You don't want a lazy eye.
That's what she was trying to get. She was like, I feel like I'd be fire if not for my droopy eye.
This eye's fire, not fire.
Not fire.
Fire, not fire.
And then she had to meet a man who could see the fire behind that eye.
And boy, did she ever.
And then he gave, So she goes, I didn't fully understand the impact of my actions the way I do now 12 years later. I fully apologize for the harm this may have caused for some and take full responsibility.
I think actually this is a well-written apology. It's not too overboard. She kind of said, listen, like, we still want to be in your lives. I did mess up.
Jet and I, we still want to be in your lives. It's such a weird sentiment.
Well, I mean, she knows because once you're viral, because you're so far.
Viral.
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 Once you become viral,
yeah,
you are. You are in people's homes. You're in their bedrooms. You're in their basements, in their studios. You're in their cars, wherever they are, watching these viral
we're
videos.
All just judging you.
Just judging.
Just judging.
Searching for things that you might have messed up with in your life.
Right.
That we can be like, you did this.
Remember 12 years ago?
Oh, my God.
I do.
Remember when you shit on the floor?
I mean, part
at
of
that frat party.
Did you do that?
No, I peed on the floor at a party. And my friend found me and picked me up, put me over his shoulder, and he brought me across the street and put me in bed.
What a good dude.
I was squatting perfectly.
Oh,
in
you
the
had some
kitchen.
strong quads.
This is in really strong quads. This is in my boyfriend at the time's kitchen. Well, he lived in a house with like 6 other dudes.
Nice.
And I lived across the street with like 6 of my girlfriends or 5 of my girlfriends.
And the person who brought you home, your boyfriend?
Not my boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
One of my very good friends or one of his friends, like a brother.
Must have been fun to be him.
I don't think it was fun for him, but he was a good friend. And he told me to stop peeing in the kitchen.
Can you imagine
to pull my pants up and then he would bring me home.
Having to be Nicole Biggins. You're like a brother to me, guy friend in college.
No, that was okay. Listen,
sucks.
So I've been dating this guy now for 3 years. That's one of his best friends. He has a girlfriend. He's literally like a brother.
Okay.
Oh, you think you wanted to date me while I squatted in a random kitchen and pissed all over because I was so blackout drunk?
He was your savior.
He picks up my underpants. Is that what you call them?
Underpants.
Pulls up my underpants.
He pulled your underpants up for you?
Yeah, I was pissing everywhere. God. I'm not.
And I'd like to take full responsibility for all the piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I also kind of feel like if the most evidence you can tell that somebody is a bad person.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Happened 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Odds are that behavior's changed. If there's no evidence of that behavior continuing.
Correct.
So the answer's kind of right there, no?
Exactly. I am with you. It's kind of like we've discussed before. Shane Gillis, who's going to be actually this weekend, he's hosting.
We'll talk. I don't know if it's this weekend.
No. All right,
it's coming up, though.
He's going to be. And I mean, he has been in trouble for a tweet that resurfaced. But yes, we all have things that we're not proud of in our past. And if you become viral, they might get popped up. But we cannot all be held accountable for those things.
Especially
when you're young, like a baby.
You're young. You didn't know you were going to be viral at the time?
No.
Jet and I love sharing our lives with you. Yeah, right. And getting to know our community on such an intimate level. I didn't realize there was a Pookie and Jet community.
I mean, there is now.
We're the P&Js.
I don't know. What do they call themselves?
Welcome to the PJs.
The Pooksters? Is that their fans?
The little Pooks.
The Pooks.
We're the little Pooks. What about me? What about Jet? No, not you, Jet.
No. I
Jet.
think he'd be okay with it because he knows, like, the Pooks.
Can I tell you all you Pooks something?
Yeah.
You all are absolutely fire.
Fire. Like, he needs a new descriptor. Like, we need to give him a thesaurus.
I don't know, man. I feel like...
There's other ways to say something looks great with that's not fire.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But for branding purposes, there's a period of time where What's the Haps was the only way I greeted people.
The best.
Exactly.
It was the best.
It was a good period of time.
The Haps.
I moved on.
Right.
But at the time...
Right. Like Pookie moved on. Before she was Pookie, when she was Campbell,
Right.
she made a horrible mistake. She's owning up to it. She is a different person. We all grow and evolve. She clearly has. I'm going to give her the pass. If we start finding other crap resurfacing,
Especially more recent.
yes, then we might have to sit down and talk about if we're going to keep you viral or not.
Right. I don't know if you deserve this virality.
You might not.
Because we live our lives so publicly, everything is on the internet, even my mistakes. Who's... she mean the collective we? Like everyone lives their lives so publicly?
No.
Because she just became viral like a minute ago.
She is talking about herself, right? But because they...
I mean, she doesn't live her life publicly. They just announce their outfits every day.
No, but once
That's
you...
like does Waxin22 live his life publicly?
Yes. Once you have millions of people watching you and following you, you are living your life publicly, whether you meant to or not. So it's public.
We hope to continue to bring you with us on our journey as we continue to learn and grow.
It'll make it easier for me to come with you if you want to start buying me some clothes and bags. Jet.
Yeah, Jet. Why don't you make all of us fire?
Come on.
We'd like to be fire as well.
We want to run with the fire.
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
The fires.
So yeah, they did make that announcement that Shane Gillis is going to host. I think at the end of the month, but it's
Okay.
the next live episode that they're doing. I don't think they do on Super Bowl weekend. But,
oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, it's not Super Bowl Sunday, so they could, but I just don't think they do.
yeah.
But yeah, and it was really weird. Like Norton and I were literally on the air the Thursday before talking about the fact that Shane will probably end up hosting SNL.
You did?
The monologue's going to be great. Like we did a whole
You
thing.
willed it into existence?
Yes, and days later, they announced Shane Gillis is hosting SNL.
Did you feel responsible and proud?
I did. I
Okay.
texted Shane and said this. You're welcome.
No, you didn't.
No, of course.
Okay, that would be amazing if you did that.
Hey, bro. You're welcome,
welcome.
dude. Yeah. No, I'm very happy for him, though. I love seeing his success is a different type of success because it's like it feels merit-based.
Where that doesn't seem to exist so much anymore.
It's tough to find merit-based success, but it's almost like when he was canceled, right? Because he got SNL.
Yes.
And then there was clearly an organized effort to make him not get that show.
Correct.
Right? Because they found his old podcast, which he was doing like Asian accents or whatever.
Right.
And they were like, this is who you're
Not
hiring.
cool.
This is who you're hiring. So so they said, yeah, we're not hiring him. Like, that's it. We can't.
Well, I mean, listen, again, things are going to come to bite you in the ass if you are in the public eye.
But
any way,
also,
shape, or
how
form.
psychotic is it to live your life as if you're going to be famous?
Correct.
Like, you know how careful you have to be when you
Yes.
are famous?
Right.
People who live their lives as if they're going to be famous, so they're that careful as if anybody cares,
Or delusional.
are psycho.
Right. So this happened with Io Debris from The Bear because she was
Her
on
name is Io? I thought it was Io.
Did you say? Have you been seeing Io?
I don't think I've been saying anything at
It's
all. but
Io.
Okay. I
anyways,
like her.
Yes, I like her. So she hosted. Jennifer Lopez was the musical guest, and an old podcast that she was on like a bajillion years ago. She was talking smack about J-Lo, saying that her whole career was a
on.
farce. She can't sing, all this stuff, and
She's doing a bit.
it was a bit.
That already, like, I didn't hear about this, but as you're describing it, it sounds like a bit.
She had to acknowledge it too, because that would be very uncomfortable to have all that audio, because the audio did not paint her well.
I'm just playing, J-Lo. You know I love you.
No, I bet
J-Lo,
was
I'm
like,
just playing.
I mean, she is Jenny from the block. Do not mess with her.
I know, but it's like if you go like, if I go like, no, J-Lo sucks, and you like laugh and go, what? That's the cue to just start going like, yeah, her whole career's a farce. She's blah, blah, blah. Like you're doing a bit now. You don't even believe it. It's just a bit.
But she was not famous even a little bit. Probably thought she would never hit it
Io
big.
wasn't.
And she went in. And she...
That's funny though.
Yes.
So we can-
it's funny until she's got to share the stage with somebody on a national television show.
So we can judge Pookie, but we can't judge J-Lo. She's the most famous person in the world.
Yeah.
Comedians can't
Very
be like,
judgeable.
J-Lo stinks.
I love her.
She's great.
You know, have you ever had her on the show?
Yeah, J-Lo's done our show.
Oh, you're being facetious.
Totally facetious
Okay, sorry.
and sarcastic.
I love her, and she's actually really always great. But she chews gum every time, and I'm like, you're on the radio. You may not.
Maybe it's a gimmick. Maybe that's Jenny from the block. You know, she wants to keep that Bronx in her.
Right. Could be.
They chew gum in the Bronx.
That's just like it's a big Bronx thing.
Yeah, that's what a Bronx Tale was about. Yeah, 100%. They love gum in the Bronx.
I was on the other day, and I just love that movie. What was the last time you just turned on the television, and like we don't do that anymore because we all are streaming.
Right.
And just like a movie's on that you love.
Sometimes there'll be a movie on after like NXT or like Monday Night Raw. Like it's usually NXT. Because NXT's on USA.
Yeah.
And it ends at 10 o'clock.
And then there's something.
So they'll put on like, that's how I've fallen into watching like Taken 2.
Right.
Or like The Rock's San Andreas, the Rock's earthquake movie.
Yeah.
Those are tough to turn off.
Right.
Like you'll turn them, like I'll just leave it on.
Did you?
After wrestling and like one of these like TV edits of an action movie will be on and go like, yeah, I guess I'm not going to bed for a little while.
No, because you get sucked in.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen. He says he's got this certain set of skills.
He does.
And I want to see what they are.
Yeah, because he will find you and he will kill you.
He says that.
He says that.
Will he?
Can he?
The answer is yes.
Okay. I don't remember if I asked you, did you watch American Nightmare? Now that we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the 3rd episode, so the last one.
Oh.
I'm dying I'm going to get an answer. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yes, full answer.
Full answer, because right now she's just told her whole story and she's going like this a lot, but no tears are coming out of her eyes.
Okay, all right, this is great because I explained the whole American Nightmare story because I watched it all in one sitting.
Okay, so did Matt.
Right? It's great.
It's just like, what?
3 episodes.
Yes.
It's perfect. First episode takes you one way and you're like, what? Second episode takes you the other way. You're still like, what? Third episode wraps it up and gives it to you.
I just don't want to be like, I don't need a cliffhanger.
No cliffhanger.
I don't want to be like, and then we never found out. That'll drive me insane. That'll make me want to murder somebody.
No Curious Case of Natalia Grace where it's like,
perfect.
And then this happened?
Yes.
Season 3?
Yeah.
No. It's
Decide for yourself.
You get the answer. But I do love it. Like, I explained the whole story to Hot Dog on Sam Roberts Now.
Okay.
And Hot Dog goes, ooh, yeah, I think they're lying.
But he didn't watch.
No, he just came to he just totally judged him based on my talent. No, I never watched it. It was 2 weeks ago.
Is that on brand for Hot Dog?
Yeah, he comes to the conclusion. I mean, Hot Dog once came to me with an opinion about a movie that he had seen.
Yeah.
And it was clear that the opinion was only based on tweets from Logan Paul.
Got it.
Right, like he saw the movie.
Okay.
Like he's the type of person, Hot Dog,
yeah,
I can't stand.
Right.
He goes, I just saw the movie. I don't know how I feel. Let me watch YouTube videos.
Oh, he can't come to his own conclusion at all.
No. He watches YouTube videos.
You can watch them after, but have your own vibe.
Of course.
It could be swayed by those videos or talking to somebody about it.
Okay. And so I mean, every time we've gotten into an argument about a movie, I just start running laps around him because I'm like, I'm just arguing with Logan Paul's tweets.
Okay, exactly.
You know?
I'm not even arguing with you, Hot Dog. You're not even here.
And plus, I came prepared for your argument because I also read Logan Paul's tweets.
Right. Okay.
I get it. Prime's the best. You didn't like that movie. I got it.
I don't know. The whole thing is bizarre, and I want to believe them, but like it's obviously something's fishy. That's why we're all talking about it, and everybody's. But the first thing that I'm noticing before I watch the 3rd episode, the 3rd and final, is that when she's telling, she keeps going like this every 2 seconds to wipe away the tears, but there's no tears being wiped away.
And you don't want to get worked.
I don't want to get worked because I'm queen of getting worked.
Right. And now I feel like especially because of this, now you're like, no, never again.
Never again.
Let me be on the lookout for this.
Guess what? It'll happen next week.
Of course it will. It's tough. It's very difficult.
It's who I am. It's part of who I am.
It is. And you like it.
I'm workable.
And it's okay.
It's okay?
Yes. Okay. But it's the Gone Girl story.
Totally. And the fact that anybody said that in the law enforcement, that's a big mess up. You can't say, have you ever seen this movie?
Yep. Have you seen the movie?
That's where we're basing some of our thought process on. Like, that's messed up.
It is. But it's so well designed though, because I feel like as you're watching it, like at least the first half of the first episode.
Yeah.
You're like, that dude's lying.
Well, I mean.
It's a crazy ass story.
Scuba gear.
The hell are you talking about right now?
Goggles. What?
But you also,
go
ahead.
$15,000. I mean, I'm not rich, but like, if you're
$15,000
for
That's
ransom,
a lot.
Oh, I thought it was too low. I thought
No. You'd want a lot. I'm with you. I'm 100%.
Yeah, like ask for more money.
No. I'm not going to somebody's house.
For 15 grand?
Tying them up with zip ties, kidnapping one of them for days. Like 15 grand's not even going to cover your rent, homie.
Correct.
15 grand isn't even going to cost you. That's how much it costs to stay in my house.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
Let alone all the, I'm zip ties are coming out of my pocket.
Right?
That's coming out of my end. The fake camera I'm putting up on the wall.
Do you want to know something I'm thinking of? And you're going to yell at me?
Go ahead.
I just want to know what the sedative was.
You know what?
Do you know?
Keep watching.
Oh.
If there even was one, right? He goes like, they gave me a liquid sedative and it put me to sleep.
I just want to know if it was good.
The hell are you talking about?
Did she get
liquid
high?
sedative?
Did she kind of have fun once he injected her with it or squirted it in her mouth or whatever he did?
Yeah, I think they said that he made them drink a liquid sedative.
I want to try it. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I started Googling like sedatives, or what people might use.
You really do have serial killer Google history. Yeah.
Whatevs.
They tell you they give hints as to what it is as it goes on.
All right, so I'll obviously call you or text you or FaceTime you or send a carrier pigeon to let you know what I think.
I'd love the carrier pigeon
after I finish the next episode.
Yeah, but you also figure out watching that thing why people need lawyers.
Yeah,
because like how quickly because that first episode, the guy is telling the story and he swears he's like, "This is everything that happened. I'm here to tell you everything that happened. Here's everything that happened." And after like the whole story, the guy nodding along. And I got scared when that cop looks at him and goes, "Okay, first of all, none of that happened.
None of it happened. I don't believe a word you're saying."
Yeah.
But do you watch the First 48 or Dateline or any of that crap? Because it's always like that. It's their job to try to break them. They make those rooms freezing.
Yeah.
They leave you there for many hours. Like that happens. So they make you try to break. And I feel like sometimes even admit something you might not have done because you're like, get me the heck out of here.
Remember that kid on Making a Murderer?
Yes.
Remember that kid? He was like, "Well, will I get out of here in time to watch WrestleMania?" He said. The cop was like, "We'll see." He's still there.
Yeah. The whole thing is crazy. And then, and I always think when they ask for a lawyer, that's the right thing to do. You don't say a word, you're supposed to ask for a lawyer, but I feel like that makes you look guilty.
That's because that's what they want you to think.
Because the kid's like, "I guess I need a lawyer? I don't know."
And the guy goes, "Oh, you need a lawyer?" No. Yeah. I mean, that's another trick. Of course you should get a lawyer.
I mean, if I ever got arrested.
I mean, can you imagine going to court and being like, "Look, he's proven his case. He seems not guilty, but he's got a lawyer." It seems
that lawyer.
Let's go ahead and find him guilty. He's got a lawyer.
Yeah, it's not rubbing me the right way. Feels a little fishy.
I know. And then that guy, he's taking a lie detector test, and he's like takes it all off of him, and the guy goes like this, "Well, you fail that miserably."
But also,
what?
That's not something that they do it as like one of their strategies, but that's not proven if because people have different responses to being in those types of situations where they're having a conversation or being asked different questions. Different people just get nervous no matter what.
It's not admissible.
Correct. That's a great word.
It's not admissible.
Not admissible.
No. I mean, they use it like to start to build a case.
Right.
Like if you
to
fail.
strengthen it.
Yes. And they'll put it out to the press.
Of course, because not everybody knows. Everyone's like, "Oh, failed? Definitely guilty."
Let me tell you something, Biggins. There's a court of law and then there's a court of public opinion.
There is.
Okay.
You told them.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing gives me such anxiety, but I'm in because I usually don't like to watch these things. Like, they upset me.
You don't like true crime stuff?
Not really.
So I'm like destroying your life. You're watching this. I made you watch Mother God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it a little bit. Mother God is more like
culty.
It's more my vibe.
You like that?
But I don't want to watch the interrogation room. I don't want to watch people getting murdered.
Okay.
I don't want to watch.
That's fair.
And then I tried to fall asleep last night, and Matt's watching that movie, the Scorsese movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And
it's great.
Great. But when I don't have my contacts in, I'm blind.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. And I'm just like laying there, and I just hear like moans and like people like torturing and killing. And I was like, can you turn this off? This does not.
It's cinema.
Lull me to sleep.
Okay.
It gives me anxiety.
It's cinema. And it's American history.
I need that sedative after listening to the sweet sounds of that Scorsese movie.
Hey, could you get a guy in a fish suit to come in here and sedate me? Yeah, it's really
bad.
It's a good one though.
I know it's good, and I don't know. I can't separate myself from, even though I know it's not real. It's just.
Well, what do you like to watch that lulls you?
Like you're gonna make fun of me.
Go ahead.
Like the Food Network.
You like the Food Network.
Or like the Impractical Jokers. Yeah, I'll watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives all day long.
How'd you know who I was being?
I could say, hey.
Hey,
Or like,
look at how big this sandwich is.
or
Let's have a bite. It's delicious.
Take it to the flavor tab. Yeah, I gotta do something that's light, or like Impractical
Jokers is great.
Just like light, giggly, nothing serious in the background.
What about revenge? That's what.
What's revenge?
Revenge is, you know what revenge is as a concept?
Yes, I know what revenge is as a concept.
Yeah. Like stuff that we're thematically.
Yes.
It's a revenge story.
Yes.
I love revenge stories. Talking about satisfying.
Yeah.
That's why I love Taken so much.
I know.
At the end,
Yeah.
you know what the best part of Taken is?
What?
When he's at dinner with the guy and he knows.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out the gun and he immediately shoots his wife in the leg. He's not going to kill her.
No.
But he's like, homie, I like literally just shot your wife. I'm not messing around.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, this isn't like me pulling out a gun
like
to
a
be
joke.
like, you better.
It's not a water gun.
You better.
You better.
No, I shot your wife
Yes.
just now.
Let's talk.
So can we move forward
Yes.
as if I've shot your wife?
Yeah. Because that just happened.
She's on the floor
There's
bleeding.
blood.
Yeah. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I'll shoot her again.
Yeah.
Because I did it once.
Yeah. Again, I'll shoot in a place that won't necessarily kill her. I mean, she lays here and bleeds out.
But I might kill her.
But I might. Could happen.
I'm wild. Did you watch Oppenheimer?
No. I know.
You don't want to watch that.
No.
You know why Oppenheimer will double stress you out. Do you know the story of Oppenheimer, the man?
Yeah. And the Manhattan Project.
But do you know like the post? Because it's not just, it's like the Manhattan.
He liked to do the fuckies.
Well, he did like to do that.
Okay.
You know
Did he?
the fuckies?
The fuckies.
He did.
He did it.
Loved it.
Was he a big fucky? No. Was he? Like, is anything sexual?
Oh yeah.
So he was
Florence Pugh is butt ass naked in it. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And he
had a sexual appetite, that Oppenheimer.
Okay, so that's part of his character.
Part of it.
That he just.
That's one of his weaknesses.
What is it if you're addicted to it? If you're addicted to the fucky.
That's what they call it.
No, for real.
That's the medical
What's the
term.
word? Why can't I think?
Sexual addiction?
Yeah, whatever it is. If you're addicted to that.
I mean, I don't know if it was a full-blown addiction, but
he was an addict.
He loved him some women.
Yeah.
Loved him some women. But the reason it's so stressful is not only, right, so he's juggling some women. That's a little stressful.
That's a lot stressful.
Okay. Then he has to make the atomic bomb.
He has to.
Super stressful.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right? And plus, he's got like people in his ear going, by the way, we do need to make this weapon, but
I got another girl outside.
We got another girl outside. And also, don't forget, you're going to give mankind the ability to destroy itself.
Right.
Like this is Prometheus creating fire.
Let's focus. Right?
Yeah.
Keep your head in the game.
Just so you know, eventually the human race will end, and you did that.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Right. But
I
mean,
we still need to do it.
But if the human race ended, will he know that he did that? Because he'll be gone too.
But he didn't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm surprised we lasted this long with all these atomic bombs.
Agreed.
Right?
How is it not?
Then, after all the atomic bomb stuff, they tried to destroy his reputation. So it gets more stressful. Like the whole third act is post-atomic bomb, and they're just destroying this guy's reputation. So that's stressful too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tried to cancel him.
You can't cancel him.
Nah.
No.
Nah, G.
Did you get to see a full frontal? More importantly.
Of whom?
Cillian?
No.
Why?
Yeah, I didn't direct it. You have to ask Chris Nolan. Hey, Chris.
I did hear that.
How come we didn't get to see that thing, though?
Wait, wasn't Florence Pugh was in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do the fuckies.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that like the camera broke or something in the middle of one of those scenes,
Mm-hmm.
like a naughty scene, and like they didn't tell him, and they kind of like had to like keep going, and it was like this whole awkward thing, like we're still doing this, but like the camera's broken, but like what's happening, and it was like super awkward. Like those things aren't awkward enough already. You're like in this.
And they're just like, should we still
be doing?
Are
the
we
fuckies?
method acting? Are we just doing this now?
I don't know. I often don't understand how, because it looks so real sometimes.
Right.
You watch and it's like it's got the P is in the V.
I don't think
it's in there.
In porn.
Not in porn.
You mean in major motion pictures?
I know it's not, but like they do it so believable.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know what you're watching that you see insertion.
No, I didn't say you see insertion. I just it feels like the P has got to be in that V.
Gotcha.
And I know they'll like tape things down, they put things over, but like another thing, like even if you're rubbing up on me, like aren't you still kind of getting a chubby?
It's actually, I'm sure you got to.
Right? That's why they got to tape it down.
But I do love. This is why. Have you seen? I mean, I was actually thinking of you. Yeah, I texted you about it.
What?
Because I was thinking of you as I was watching it, The Curse. Because it's Nathan Fielder. So I'm in heaven.
Yes.
Like, my wife is sitting there going like, no, I don't like this at
I
all.
don't like it.
And I go, Nicole wouldn't like it at all either.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand why I'm just in like, I'm just like backstroking
Yeah.
through like just awkwardness. Because that's what it's so, it's just the vibe is uncomfortable because it's Nathan Fielder.
Yes.
But it's also one of the Safdie brothers. You know who the Safdie brothers are?
I feel like I should.
They did Uncut Gems.
Yeah, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Right. You see Uncut Gems?
Yeah, no, I haven't, but I know who the muse was.
What is a muse? Well, like when we did Uncut Gems.
Oh my God, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Oh my God, how good were those memes?
The best.
The best.
Actually, maybe next week. I don't have it queued up. I was crying laughing watching a montage of celebrities mispronouncing weird things.
Yeah?
And Uncut Gems was one of them.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, maybe we'll watch it next week.
Okay.
But yeah, so like that's one of the most stressful movies you could ever watch.
Yeah.
It's so
Like why is how are you backstroking in the most stressful movie you could ever watch? Like,
I mean, it's just like the tension is up here all the time because it's this gambler, just degenerate gambler that's just always like, no, one step away from everything being fine. One step away from everything being fine.
Is. That would give me a heart attack.
So it's almost like you combine that energy with just the weird awkwardness of Nathan Fielder.
And you're in heaven, like you said.
And that's what The Curse is. And it's so good.
Perfection.
But we were talking about these like sex scenes that you think are real.
I don't think they're real. I'm just saying they look incredibly real. I wouldn't be shocked. There's been a few P's that pass through a V.
Okay. And I think some of that is because of this chemistry that we see, right?
Right.
Like in Star is Born, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga had this incredible chemistry. But then you watch The Curse, and like Nathan Fielder specifically puts himself into a situation where he's got his wife in the show is Emma Stone, who everybody loves Emma Stone.
Yeah, she's pretty likable.
And not only is there no sexual chemistry between these two people by design, but he's regularly humiliated by the fact that there's no sexual chemistry. He just makes himself so unappealing.
Does he keep trying?
No, I mean he creates this character that by design
is just
it's just an unappealing character.
And awkward.
And to me, like
icky.
I have so much more respect.
Yes.
For somebody that goes out of their way to make themselves unappealing for the sake of entertainment.
Yeah.
Than somebody who like makes themselves beautiful, who's already beautiful and gets an award for it.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Charlize Theron in
Monster.
Monster.
Love that.
She's probably one of the most gorgeous human beings to walk the face of the earth.
Right.
And there's no one more hideous than her in that role. I have a lot of respect for someone who does that. I
Right,
agree.
because guess what? Aileen Wuornos?
Who?
That's the woman she was playing in the film.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
True story. Not the most attractive bird.
No, she was not.
You know?
Quite hideous.
Okay, well.
Quite ugly.
She wouldn't love to hear that, but that's the least of her concerns at this point.
Beat with the ugly stick.
Right.
She's still alive?
Fell at the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
On the way down. Well, bam, well, bam, but babe.
I
She's
don't
in jail.
know if she's in jail. She's either, maybe she's dead.
She did a lot of bad things. So
Bad things. Bad things.
Bad girl.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all to say that yes.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis has made it out of cancellation and he's hosting SNL. And that's what I was saying, that I feel like what happened with him was whenever you get canceled or a cancellation attempt or whatever it is, whatever canceling even is anymore. I think it's so stupid that we talk about it. But a light is shined on you, right? You get all the attention.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
You think. But what happened was all this attention got shined on Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people were like, I don't know who this is. And then they listened and they were like, oh, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yes, right.
And then he kept getting funnier and funnier.
It was perfect promo.
And it was like, now.
And then people going back being like, oh, it wasn't really that bad. Why are they giving this guy a bad rap?
No.
Like, oh,
and they get him now.
Yeah.
Because they watch his material and they're like, oh, he was just joking.
Right.
But he's just kidding.
But what he did, I feel like wasn't as bad as some things that like have been. Like what he did was not okay. Right. But like.
I mean, yeah, but it was just like a goofy dude doing goofy jokes.
Right. Exactly. It wasn't that serious.
No, it
right?
wasn't that
There's
serious.
certain things that are surfaced from people's past that are pretty serious. This wasn't that
like
serious.
crimes sometimes.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
That's way different.
Yeah.
But it does seem like, I mean, I don't know. It like.
I'm here for him.
It's a good example of just letting the cream rise to the top.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And there's no way he's hosting like if he got SNL, he's not hosting SNL a couple years later.
Where's my cream? When's my cream for the rest of the time?
You know what made me think of you?
What?
You hear about Joe Rogan's deal?
No.
I didn't want to tell you because you get so mad when people get good deals.
I guess we're mad when people make a lot of money, period.
Oh, yeah.
What is it this time? What was the last deal? Do you know the number last
I don't
time?
remember the number.
Okay.
But he's going to be still going to be on Spotify, but now it's non-exclusive.
Right. That's what they do with Call Her Daddy, too. So
Right. Which makes sense. I mean, I think Spotify's realizing that like the money is in the ad sales, not in getting the eyeballs. Right? Like you're not subscribing.
Yes.
Just for the podcast, really?
Correct,
like
yes.
to Spotify Premium or whatever?
Right. I think Spotify is keeping like the video rights or something. Like
No, he's going on YouTube too.
Okay, so what's the deal? Just tell me the number.
250 million.
$250 million?
I mean, if you want to phrase it that way, I guess that's how much he's making. Yeah.
$250 million is $250 million.
Yeah, you're
Sounds
better
like-
at math than I thought.
So did Call Her Daddy resign?
What am I, your fucking agent?
I don't know. I feel like they signed around the same time and got some sick deals. So
I think what's her name, Alex?
Yeah.
I don't know what the number was. I think she re-signed, probably not for that much money, non-exclusive as well. And I would imagine that Spotify retains the rights for ad sales.
Spotify, come for us. We'll satisfy you.
Yeah, we'll do it for like
way less.
$250 a show.
No, we won't.
Okay, well, don't send me into the room then.
I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll get it done.
Nicole, I got good news.
I am not the lady.
$1,000 a month, 4 shows.
Wow.
We're gonna go month by month on this one.
That is
exclusive.
Exclusive. That is a lot of money, man.
Yeah, $250, and it's non-exclusive. I like that it's non-exclusive. I think that non-exclusive is the way to go.
Of course.
You're mad.
Oh yeah. Now you just ruined my whole.
You
day.
are. You know you're a hater.
I am a hater, and I know that.
Okay.
I can be a lover too. I sometimes.
I love you.
I know you love me too. Love me, but it's more.
But
like,
you're a hater. You're other people's success.
No,
you prey on their downfall.
No. I feel jealousy, and I will admit that. It's just like, when you're in this industry, there's just like, everyone has like their random moments, and just sometimes you feel like, when's my moment?
You have a moment.
When's my moment?
You're
now?
You're the host of the GD Morning Mashup.
GD Morning Mashup.
It's a great gig.
It is.
You got plucked off the secretary desk.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
All right, it was a while ago.
So when is my moment?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying, that like when people get things, that's not your thing that they're getting. They get their thing,
yes.
you get your thing, we all get things.
We all get things.
Our things are things.
Sorry, I want that thing.
Right.
I want his thing.
Right.
And not that thing. I want the 250.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I mean, I'll take that.
Sure.
Especially because my man's broken, so I'm probably that thing's gonna get broken next.
So that makes your day worse.
Yeah.
There's 250 out there.
Also,
and it wasn't for you.
And so now I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking now both knees are gonna be broken.
That's true.
Never gonna be able to do it again. I mean, I will, but like he's broken, so it's just gonna be like I have to do all the work now.
Right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
He's really messed up my mojo.
I know he has. And all he ever did was nurse you through a broken pelvis and clavicle and staples in your face. And
there was no staples in my face. Head right here. No, you didn't see any staples in my face.
I saw these beautiful photos of him at your bedside in the hospital.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of the energy I'm getting from you.
I'm going to always take care of him. I'm just frustrated I have to do it again because I know he doesn't want to be taken care of.
Did you look both ways before you crossed the street?
When?
When you got run over by a trunk?
Yeah. I was walking because I had
I said trunk because I was going to say truck and tank.
Yeah, a trunk. It was a walk sign, and I was walking with other people, and there was like.
Did they get hit?
No, because they had gone they've gotten to the other side of the road like the chicken, but there was like 4 seconds left. Everybody was. Why do I have to retell the story 15 million times?
Did you make a noise?
I don't know. We'll never know unless we get the video. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know. I tell you my trajectory.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said
You can.
Okay.
I just not even get run over. Like
Me
I
too.
didn't. Like the wheels didn't go over my body. Although maybe they have. Did I go over the windshield? Did I go over the top of the car? We'll never know.
Matt wouldn't have complained about it.
Are you looking to fight me? Because I don't think I'm someone you want to fight.
I can't
right
help
now.
myself.
You can't.
I can't. I see the hostility and the tension, and I'm like, let me move toward it.
Also, I want to tell you something. there's a new theory. Well, someone else DM'd me and said they might have put their finger in your butt in the ambulance.
In mine?
In mine.
Oh.
Because they said some people said they were checking to see if I was paralyzed. Someone said
The EMTs put their finger in their butt to see if you were paralyzed.
Not in their butt, in mine.
Okay.
And they said it was maybe to check to
Taste test?
Nope. They were seeing if I had internal bleeding. So some people think it was to check to see if I was paralyzed.
Sloshing around in there.
Wanted to see
Nope,
if there
no
was
blood.
no blood, internal bleeding, and then some people who said that I was just violated. So I guess we'll never know.
They told you they did that?
No,
Or
I felt it.
You remember?
There was something in my butt.
That had to be wild. You were like, I'm just getting over getting hit by a car.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a no biggie because everything was so broken. I was not. It was like, oh, okay, I guess there's a finger in my butt now.
This is where we're at.
And it was quick. It didn't linger.
Okay. So maybe
But-
they were just checking.
Yeah, so if anybody from our Satisfying family wants to let me know, that
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Got 2 theories about why a finger might have been in my butt. Actually, 3.
I can't wait to hear the rest. Well, this has been satisfying
Has
for
it?
me. I'm sorry you're going through it right now.
It's all right. I'm gonna be okay.
I think so.
I think I'm always okay. My cream will rise.
You bet it will.
You bet.
You see Tracy Chapman on the Grammys?
I wept.
You did?
Fully wept.
We might talk about this next week.
Okay.
But you know what I really respect?
What?
She was up there with what? Luke Combs? Is that who she was
Yeah,
up there with?
we played his version of Fast Car.
Oh, got a fast car.
Yeah.
You know why I love that version?
Why?
He doesn't change the pronoun. He describes himself as a girl at one point in the song.
Oh, do they do that often when someone
I
covers a song?
hate in song covers when they change the pronoun.
Okay, I get that.
When Joss Stone, remember Joss Stone?
God, yeah.
She did a cover of Fell in Love with a Girl, the White Stripes song. It's a big hit,
Yeah.
slowed down, jazzy. But she's saying Fell in Love with a Boy because
Yeah.
she's a girl.
Yeah, like
It's
get over
lame.
It is lame.
It's it's not your song. Don't change it to suit you. Leave the pronouns as they are
Would
and
you
just roll.
Would you be extra mad if they changed it to they, them? Like if they fell in love with a they, them, would you be like, now you're really messing with the song?
I fell in love with the they, them. I mean, it's not even the right amount of syllables.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, just leave songs. If you're going to cover a song,
just leave it the
just
way
sing
that
the lyrics.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's worried about it.
Respect the original
That's all.
songwriter.
That's
I'm
all.
With you.
That's all.
Okay. And he clearly respected her.
Oh, you kidding me?
Like
Did you hear
love,
the interviews that he was doing after?
It made my, I just was
He's
like,
like-
because for 2 seconds I was annoyed when we first started playing that song. I was like, get creative. Everybody's redoing every movie, redoing every song. You don't need to cover.
And it sounds very similar.
And it sounds very similar, but to know that like he grew up loving that song so much and he looked up to her and he wanted to be like, it's just such a heartwarming story.
And then when he talks about her, he's like, that's the greatest. He goaded her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool. The whole thing was very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it too.
Okay,
Thought
good.
it was great.
Look at that.
Look at us.
We agree. Look.
I
all
knew
love.
we'd bring it back.
We bring it back. Smiles.
It only took me an hour to get there.
Happiness.
But we brought it back. Don't forget to follow along, hit subscribe on the channel, hit like on the video, do the whole thing. Thank you to everybody that has been enjoying our guests as of late. Taylor
Yes,
Strecker, big
yes.
hit. DJ Hook hit a big hit. We'll keep doing shows like that, as well as shows like this. Leave comments because
We love them.
we love them. They're so satisfying.
They're so satisfying. We love you. Mean it.
Thanks, everybody.